Urban and contemporary are the best ways to describe the mix of artwork you'll find in the 35-year-old Urban Institute of Contemporary Arts collection. It's in the name. It's in their new building in downtown Grand Rapids. But as we told you last night on 24-Hour News 8, Grand Rapids Urban Institute of Contemporary Art is in deep financial trouble. The organization has launched now a major restructuring effort. 24-Hour News 8's Joe LaFurge is live downtown trying to find out what happened. Joe?
Yeah, Brian, you know you can't beat the location. The UICA is, well, it gets a lot of traffic right here at Fulton and Division, but these days, that's just not enough. It was less than a year ago when the UICA moved to one of the most prominent corners in Grand Rapids, Fulton and Division. But things like the new location and art prize weren't enough to keep money coming through the doors. And this week, officials said they need to come up with a new way to fund the Institute.
How much do you need to keep the doors open as is right now?
I couldn't give you an exact amount in this moment.
Millions?
No, absolutely not. I mean, right now, in the next year, no.
They've already reduced the hours they're open. Their director has stepped down. But it wasn't that long ago the UICA had money in the bank. We checked tax records for the Institute. At the end of 2009, they had just over $7 million in assets. That was before they moved into their new $8 million home.
Did you bite off more than you could chew when you got into this place?
Well, I can tell you going into the project, there was no anticipation of the financial climate that we'd be facing.
Chablo says they began planning the move in the mid-2000s, before the economy and funding for arts from both the private and public sector began running dry. Short-term, they'll ask some of their big-money donors to come up with funds to keep them afloat. Long-term, they'll look for a new financial model that'll help keep the doors open.
We're, though, in a really fortunate position to have the opportunity to rebuild and to complete the project with the support of some key donors as well as the community.
Chablo tells me phase 2 and 3 of the new UICA have been kind of put on hold. They were going to spend about $7 million on those projects. They're going to wait, though, and see how they come out on the other side of this restructure to see exactly where financially they are at before continuing with those projects. Live in Grand Rapids, Joe LaFurge, 24-Hour News 8.